Pull up and hop on the Phantom, pull up and hop on the BBB, pull up and hop on the Surf, pull up and hop on the BB, pull up and hop on the Phantom, pull up and hop on the BBB, pull up and hop on the Surf, pull up and hop on the Surf, swat straight to the ceiling, Matarongani Z, swat straight to the ceiling, Matarongani Z, Matarongani Z, Matarongani Z, 125 to the ceiling, 126 to the ceiling. Krisi ndo wenye grade uliza mabrakata tunaleta swaga tukikanye kila time direct culture nganya zetu tu ni fabulous 125 we can't handle us hot twist we can't catch us tuna sauce juice na flavors uliza tiger single last jeans milkshake na like sweet things dreamland gola sweet dreams cup with the next single the ill team single my pioneer my sunroof to an engineer fun lazima iwe hapo pia goodness from the front to rear wezi kosa kuangalia when I hop out of the mixtape Nganya so fly bro we never drop a mistake Fika Nganya was na kila cut to me clean take 125 yondo code na plana siezi forsake Cheki my body wa kitu unique paint tops on fleek Nganya classy and sleek Ukizi cheki kwa rush bro na doubt hata kama unaweza speak Cheza chini kick nick ukidai pia kuna VIP seats CCTV for security feeds ikifika kutatu na social your needs so Atuogopi City Council the swasi hubebesha CBD and for better and for worse ni lazima tutese ijiji Atuogopi City Council the swasi hubebesha CBD and for better and for worse and for better and for worse swag straight to the ceiling Mata Nairobi ni see swag straight to the ceiling Mata Nairobi ni see Mata Nairobi ni see Mata Nairobi ni see 125 to the ceiling 160 to the ceiling Nganya Nganya Kajua vile za Tanganya Mata Nairobi huwa kesi hatutizi kwa
Mata Nairobi ni Z. Welcome to the Blackout Financial Rhythm School Show. We do hope that you are having a fantastic afternoon, being the 8th day of the month of February, the year 2022. My name is Spikes at 19 minutes to 4 p.m. right here in Nairobi. And of course, being on a wonderful Tuesday, we are bringing you positive vibes, nothing but arts, entertainment, and culture. And today we are looking forward to having an interesting show. As always, my name is Spikes alongside my co-host Toby.
What a one family, karibuni sana to the Express Show. Hope you are doing great this wonderful day. It is the 8th, is it the 8th actually? 8th. If I'm not wrong. It's the 8th of February, the year 2022. And I do hope that this particular month is driving you amazing. Karibuni sana, you can see we're having an amazing guest in the house. Yeah. And of course, we'll be introducing ourselves. But for now, I go by the name Joby. Kindly do engage and do not tap that button till the end of the broadcast.
We are actually on Twitter at Blackout Fire, on Instagram Blackout Fire Network, and also on Facebook Blackout Fire Network Radio Station. You can get to ask a question as well. In case you also want to find us on WhatsApp, +25475442730. And like you said, it's nothing but positive vibes. I have just played as a jam by the one and only Tunji. And that jam was really the one, because if you are to be asked if you know any other jam by Tunji, you might not know many other songs by Tunji, but this particular one, it's actually jamming the most. It's known as the Mat Zarunga. And of course, we do have matatus from all other different routes, you know, Zaburuburu, Zankong, Zatika Road, Zamweki, Zakasa, and all these other different kinds of matatus represented all over. And you know, for his music, he decided to represent for Mat Zarungai. And we do have a lot of creatives in the industry, people who are doing you know, graffiti. These are some people that I like to recognize, people who are doing graffiti and showing art or putting Kenya on the map when it comes to art and creativity on the matatus, all the public sector vans, and you know, the Nissans, the vans, the minibuses, and all these are the different ways, all these are different vehicles that are used to transport people. We call them matatus right here in Kenya. If anyone wants to, you know, come from the outside, maybe you're coming from the diaspora and you hear someone asking you whether you're taking a matatu or whether you are taking an Uber, just know they are talking about public means. That is what we call the matatus. But anyhow, family, like you did here, we do have a guest in the studio with us. She goes by the name Raquel, and we are going to get to explore a little bit more about her new initiative, or her, not really new, but her initiative which is known as the HAWA Africa, which is Hills and Wheels Africa. We shall be talking a little bit about that, but we go back and get to hear a little bit more of the music. When we come back, we shall be introducing our guest for today. Like you said, her name is Raquel Wachira.
toka makadara mpaka buru straight to manyanje yo wata ukololo jeri ya wezi rosi bora umeshikanisha nambo kwa barabara tu ni noshi zaka zimejipanga ni kama noti kutoka gara rikana to hawatoshi tukila mara kwa mara tuko kikosi jeshi ya kabete inapatikana koja jamuni kengo ndo watu tangoja wakaona kapango islando dando nyando na kila popo kando yo moja then unaweza wai mata for OTC on a good day za panda multi free I'm just kidding bakaona kakitu then unazageza muduro kafinyane na mbogi B OTC nyama smata wajanja getting back to yako mino na kupinji and I can forget about sako ya mambo kwa maana epasa pasipita green hizi mangana zinapendwa na matini zina wamada amini usijamini hizi ndo zile mi upanda kila time nikitaka tuku ride na Wanjiro wena kinyi hizi mangana ni mbaya si ati nini hizi mangana ni fire nipate nini mehana kama donda kunango niko kazini na pere suta bukwana mademo na bikini ngoroka na ruai madaraka walai kahawa kidurai tunarona mandai ziko jisho kwa fly ukiingia ndani utadhani uko Dubai ukiingia ndani utadhani uko too high itafanya shangai oh god oh my so lazima tukutane lazima sijai tafuta space kukani nishatoa peace out tukutane baadaye bye pull up and hop at the Phantom pull up and hop at the BBB pull up and hop at the Surf pull up and hop at the BB pull up and hop at the Phantom pull up and hop at the BBB pull up and hop at the Surf pull up and hop at the Surf swag straight to the ceiling Mata Nairobi ni ceiling swag straight to the ceiling Mata Nairobi ni ceiling Mata Nairobi ni ceiling Mata Nairobi ni ceiling 155 to the ceiling 160 to the ceiling.
Yes, that's what's up, Matt Nairobi Nizi, and we are in the building. Like you said, this is the Blackout Financial Media for the 21st century. We are excited that you are with us as always, and like I said, you can keep it interactive with us on our social media platforms as always. And we do have a guest in the studio, and it's about time we introduce her. She goes with the name Raquel Wachira. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
We're happy that you are with us in the studio.
Asante sana kwa kuni invite kwa Black Hot Fire Radio.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And we are happy to have you as well. You know, we were hoping that maybe perhaps even on your previous initiatives, or maybe perhaps you would have been with us, but this particular one, you have of course across the studio, and it's a wonderful thing. We know mtu akikam you know, to this particular studio is the issue of traffic in Nairobi. And how has it been for you? Umepata na traffic jam leo ama imekuaje?
Nitoka traffic jam kadogo,
yeah.
but actually I'm so much privileged to be here, and I'm humbled and honored. That's all that matters to me. Nataka jam za Nairobi.
Jam za Nairobi ni
kama kawaida, zishangi na ni life, it's part of life.
Yeah.
That's Kenya. Welcome to Kenya. Karibu Kenya.
Sana Nairobi.
Yeah, Nairobi. Ini Kanairo.
Kanairo ndio huko.
Traffic is all the way.
It's crazy, and of course we are glad to have her in the studio. And have you just like to give her the opportunity, Maze, could you introduce? I'm better could you introduce people?
My name is Raquel Wachira.
Yeah.
Most of the people know me as HAWA Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, me Nature Hills and Wheels Africa, CEO. And that's because I infused the transport and the fashion industry.
Yeah.
My career started as a model.
Yeah.
And then that's how Africa was inspired, and that's how it was fascinated by the culture. That's when I brought in my career there through my passion, which was modeling. I intertwined the two industries. That's to impact growth, impact the society, make diverse changes.
That's positive, because you know you have always been fascinated with modeling and also with transport. But when you discover your passion for modeling before even we get to you know, transport?
I discovered it when I was a very little child. Yeah, that was back when it was 1996, when we usually sit around as a family with my mom. Like we usually watched Akina Miss World Kenya. Na ilikuwa inakuja usiku, nakumbuka ilikuwa it was featured always on December, and I never missed any of them. Yeah, so that's when I started saying I'm going to be a model, and I became so passionate about it when I went to high school. But I kicked off after
high
school,
Yeah.
but kidogo. But after nilimaliza college, my parents wanted me to finish my education.
Fast, yeah.
So I started after college.
So, that's
after
nice.
university.
So is your modeling career based on maybe unajua kuna models when you are like inspired through fashion?
Yeah.
Is yours inspired through fashion, or is it to make a change in the community? Because you said rather spoken of how due to this particular journey it led you to where you are right now. So what inspired you?
Okay, what inspired me is to make change in the community. Because actually I never grew up in the normal fashion industry. Unakuta like you're being told things. So that made me go out of my way. It pushed me to the limits to think outside the box, not to be the normal model world yenye umezoea huko nje yenye mnaona tu ni kukatwalk nini. So like mine, I had to go out of the box and really think.
I think for most models, they are young models, and even models who think that modeling is just about sitting pretty. That is not modeling. You know, modeling also has to have a course. You know, some people just want to go on Instagram, take pictures, and also be on magazines. But if you ask them what is a course, or if there is a course behind it, they do not know about a course. They have no course that they are pushing with this modeling. But we do have Raquel Wachira, who is also, you know, she's also passionate about modeling, also bringing positive change in the community. This is an expression right here on the Black Dot Network, media for the 21st century. Today I'm intertwining or interswitching expression and a rhythm scoop show. Please bear with us because sometimes when you have a guest in entertainment, we like to switch it up to expression. But anyhow, we are having a wonderful discussion. We have seen the positive contribution that the Matatu sector has made to the economy, because it has employed so many young people, people who are drivers, others are touts, others are graphic designers who making graffiti on this particular Matatus, others are fabricators. There are so many jobs that have been created. Others are cashiers with these companies, others are route managers. And so there is a whole lot of potential, and also the job creation that it has contributed in the Kenyan industry and the Kenyan economy. That is what we shall be highlighting today, and also discussing about an initiative which is known as Matatu Is Bae. We shall be getting to know why, now Matatu has become Bae. But we go back in the music. Earlier on, I played your jam by the one and only Tunji. And there was a gentleman who made that particular song particularly beautiful. And rest in peace to him, he goes by the name Sagini. Sagini is the one who did the background vocals for that particular one, and also the harmonizing for Mat Zarunga. And not many of he actually died very young. I think he was about 27, if I'm not mistaken. I understand he fell ill. He had just gotten married and sired one child. But then again, unasema mambo ya Mungu ni mengi, mipango ya Mungu ni tofauti. So we go back to one more jam by Sagini himself, of course featuring other different artists, and this particular one is known as Muda na Mi. Sagini was really talented, especially when it comes to the harmony and putting these vocals together. That was him.
Sihitaji muda na huda pretendi sipendi, leo niko na mi lazima nispendi. A good time is all I wanna. Nikidege juu kama vile bandana. Najua unamwona mimi na chana, wakati nyimbo nyingi ninakumbuka sana. Nafanya mziki ndo ni right as a god. Zaneti kile yani more. You niko fresh inanukia fresh ina so fresh hakuna question. Na mega zangu hela no tension. Nipate kwa radio television. Niulize one question. Hizi ngoma nikitoa zitapata rotation. Leo nahitaji muda. Nahitaji muda. Nahitaji muda. Nahitaji muda. Nahitaji muda. Nahitaji muda na mimi. My time. I just wanna have a good time. My time. I just wanna wanafanya ili wapate chura. Utanipata niko high, mi ndo wagio. Muda wangu wote niko studio. Singoma mi nafanya ifikie tu manyoyo.
Sihitaji muda na wewe, muda wa mabinti sio sasa, amini. Kwa nini nikubize na saka chambi, nipate kwa studio nimekita kambi. Sina muda wa machangu, mic boss yangu, kinikosa stage nipo kwangu. Unioni IG, vipi Twitter, basi nicheki kwa WhatsApp.
Leo nahitaji muda, nahitaji muda, nahitaji muda na mimi. Nahitaji muda, nahitaji muda, nahitaji muda na mimi. My time, I just wanna have a good time. My time, I just wanna have a good time.
And of course, that is one and only Sagini. You could hear him doing the hook right there, and you know, his vocals were really on point. And like he said, they said a good die young, and he left as I believe last year battle one, if I'm not mistaken, about last year battle one. And of course, that is what it is. His music still lives on, just like we did have with Issa. Issa was also another renowned artist, and they have been doing music really just in praise of Issa, just honoring his memory. There is a brand new song which has come out recently, known as a Bandana Ya Issa, just getting to honor the memory of that young Kenyan artist who also did die some years back from a car accident. But anyhow, going back into the conversation for today, we do have the one and only Raquel Wachira, who is the CEO of HAWA, which is Heels and Wheels. Which is merging fashion and also merging the transport sector, really just start spreading positivity through her initiative, which is known as Matatu Is Bae. And going back to you and getting to understand a little bit more, you know, what you were telling us a little bit about how which is infusing or bringing together fashion and also precision in the transport sector. But I would just like to ask you, what are some of the achievements and challenges that you have actually, let me just say the opportunities and challenges that you have encountered so far with HAWA Africa?
Most of the achievements is that I've met so many famous people, celebrities, diversely through when HAWA Africa was formed and Matatu Is Bae being the founder. When
was it formed actually? When was it first year that you started the initiative?
I started in the initiative at 2017, but the idea basically it was set on 2016 when I started modeling for matatus. I remember there was this matatu ya Kitengela Route 110 when it was BC Leos. That was my first, like, it went so viral, even Churchill posted it, and that's when I started thinking, wow, I should brand myself. Wow, this should go, I should really get to somewhere. I should not just be a model modeling for matatus. Now that's the time I really came up with a name, and a name for myself and a name for the industry, and a name that will, everyone when they hear, they know what I'm talking about. Or who is she? Who is she really in the industry? What does she do? It's not something that they are going to second guess. And who's that?
Who is that again?
Yeah. Yes.
They say hustle hard, you have to know how to reintroduce yourself, and this is not even a hustle, this is an initiative. And we do have Raquel Wachira, who is of HAWA Africa, representing with us here.
Ardent na kucheki.
Ardent, I don't know, is Ardent on with us on the screen?
Yeah, I can see you.
Thank you so much, Ardent, the director mwenyewe. You're saying anaona Jovina Raquel wanangu wa power. Yeah, that is what we all have to. Thank you so much, Ardent, for the love and support. And I would just like also to get to ask a little bit more about HAWA Africa. And how has the experience been in those years? From 2017, have you experienced growth? And what changes has there been from 2017, 2018? I understand last year, maybe perhaps because of the global pandemic, maybe it might have been interfered with. But from 2017 to this now, this legacy edition, what changes have you experienced growth, and what changes has there been?
I have experienced a lot of growth. I have, out of HAWA Africa, I became an events planner and organizer in pageants. I've had a lot of achievements, like in I have done promotions in a taxi company that came through, but it ended after a long time, and that was back in the years when it started at 2017. So I've done so many projects, charity initiatives. Some people have grown through me, through my the modeling events that I've hosted. People have become like they've grown through me also. Not only me. When you want to grow, you don't grow alone. You grow with other people, and I can testify to that. People through my events, they come out bigger than me, and which it's really good to see as a leader.
You're offering them a platform, right?
Yeah,
you have offered them a platform.
Yeah, you offer opportunities. Those are one of the achievements that people have. Charity organizations, they've called me throughout to help them, and also I've earned my own success, and also where the success is money. So like being an events organizer has also brought monetization,
some income as well.
It's something that I can testify. I remember like for 2 years I never had anything except HAWA Africa. And I remember that time I even traveled to Coast to do a very successful event at Mombasa. It was a fashion event called Mr. and Miss Metropolis Mombasa. I've done like
Mr. and Miss Police?
Mr. and Mr. Metropolis.
Oh, Metropolis. I was just wondering, are the police also have fashion? I would have been a first. Afande, Miss Afande, and Miss Afande 2022. But that's really wonderful, because when you have the opportunity and you're networking and you're working with all these people that you have mentioned, you get to enlighten it. It gets to enlighten your perspective, and also you get to connect with people and opportunities as well.
For me, a question that I love to ask, because there's a time personally, kuna time I like operated kwa Matatu like for a week, a period of a week, to just see how fun it is. Of course, I made some money out of it. Matatus do really make a lot of money. That is one thing I can say. One like. What is the kind of response or the kind of eye you've gotten from not only the society, because I bet for your family they support you, right? So let's say like the society, when you're unajua nini unafanya, like what is the, because when you dame, unajua like madame, when you are a lady in Africa, you operating in some particular organization, it's like a no-no, you don't like no-no, wanapudi, it's like you're out of the culture, you're doing something wrong. How has it been so far for you?
Response,
Well, the response have been so nice, and that's why for 6 years, all the partners I started with that 2017, one ndio wameni back up hadi saizi, one ndio ma sponsors and partners wangu, and the response is so nice. If you look at most Matatu group pages and everything, everyone is commenting, wow, this girl is doing something nice, this girl has brains, like he can go out of your way and do this thing. It's not most women who can do that, but there's one woman, najua anaitwa Lucia,
I know her, the Mzungu.
The Mzungu. She's we are all the only last standing Madrid queens when you're nakwanga strong.
I've always wondered, Kid, you're asking, who is this beautiful young African woman? Her name is Raquel Wachira. She has an initiative which is known as HAWA Africa Heals and Heals Africa. And it's an initiative that is bound or is out to support women in transport, and also give appreciation and recognition to stakeholders in the transport industry, especially people dealing with the matatus. We are talking about drivers, we are talking about touts, we are talking about fabricators as well. We are talking about these graffiti, people who do the graffiti, or these matatus, and other different stakeholders in the industry. And this is also to raise awareness on some of the issues and maybe some of the plight or some of the problems are facing these people in addressing their plight or raising awareness on their plight as well. That is what the sister here, Raquel Wachira, is up to. And we were just asking, because going back to what Jamie was saying, you know, there is stereotypes about women in the matatu industry or women in the transport sector.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you have heard about, you know, watu wanasemanga nini kuhusu wale mademo kwa the transport industry?
There's a time, as I said, there's a time I operated in the matatu industry for a week. Everyone was criticizing me, like, ufai kwa hivyo, sijui, mara we ni slave queen, sijui zifanya kazi ya umatri for a week. Wezi kwa makanga, you can't be a conductor, you get out of here, you're a slave, like, you know, get.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
You're saying there are no stereotypes? Have you had these stereotypes?
Yes. Especially when you started modeling for matatus, people came on me like so fast. This is vanity, like such. But we are like, I'm a different person. When people challenge me, I put my gear. Like I'm the kind. Okay, my.
It motivates you even more.
Yeah, it motivates me more because when you start challenging me, that's when I start doing things. The pressure, the thrill, the danger, that feeling like keeps me going. Like if those comments, those furious comments, that's what made me push on. I'm not the type of person like you come and compliment a nice thing, but when you start challenging me, that's when I push on with my initiatives. I don't look at who is looking at me. At the end of the day, this is Nairobi, remember, and Nairobi, Kanairo, wanagojianga fall down, ama uongeleshe shit, ama uongeleshe bullshit, and that's how they come on you so fast. You know, when I put my pictures there and I'm talking to these people through the Matatu Facebook group, Matatu groups and everything. So like when I see a bad comment, I just it's either I hide the comment or I let it be,
pushing,
and I just don't talk about it. Or there are people who come in, and especially the Matatu group admins, and most likely akina Matatu Galo, Matwana Matatu Culture, hizo ndio groups zenye naongea, Coast Matatu Industry, Mombasa Matatu Industry, Nganyaza Culture Reigns. Yeah, so those are they support me because you know when somebody has seen you through what they've observed
the growth through the years.
It's not only through your normal eye. You can't see through you know there are some people who will see
are quick to see
normal,
things.
So there are two types of people. There are people who can see through the normal eye, and there are people who can see beyond the normal eye. So that's why it's true, Jovi. There are people who do that, but it shouldn't let you down. I've had women talking this and that. I am in Flown Initiative group, transport. There's this nini wenye who nini kuza women in the transport, and it's backed up so well. They don't feel even more women are in the transport industry. Haven't you seen even the Uber right now?
The drivers,
most Uber drivers are women.
But the thing is, there was a question sometimes back when there was saying women are not safe. You know, you might be carrying a stranger and then they won't take advantage. Haven't you had those stories where there are Uber drivers, Uber drivers? I think it was in Kenya or South Africa. It might have happened in South. It was in Kenya or South Africa, where they are saying that there should be more support to these women because you know
it was in Kenya because it was after a certain lady was attacked in a Bolt, the Bolt operation, and the issue was like they need to come up with a foundation of where women need to be driving Ubers, ensuring their safety, and I think it was in Kenya.
But I was just saying that initiative like HAWA Africa, which is now Margina Hills and also Hills. It's a very initiative. It's very important because it can also get to highlight, some of these problems that women are facing in terms of transport, getting attacked and things like that. But anyhow, family, in case you're joining us right now, this is the Rhythm Scoop Show, and we were discussing about the matter of. It's both of them. I use the interchangeable. Let's use the interchangeable for today. Because what is going on is that we do have a guest studio with us. She is a stakeholder in terms of event organizing and also an initiative known as the Matatu Is Bae. For those who do not know what Matatu is, and you have never been to Kenya, especially Nairobi, I have gotten into one of the buses. I have nothing against the buses, but I have gotten into a bus. I think it was from Buruburu. Was it from around maybe Buruburu or Moja? but the matatu is too loud, you will think that you are in a disco.
Now that is what Ken Williams would call a disco.
Yeah, the matatu is too loud and you will think that you are in disco. It's the culture, there is a whole culture, which is a matatu culture right here in Kenya. And it's very, very unique and different. If at all you want to be kidnapped, and you are dropped in Africa and you are in a loud matatu, that just know that you are in Kenya, you are in Nairobi.
Actually, I wanted just go ahead.
Because they have graffiti. The music is hip hop music, especially hip hop music and even local music. And of course, apart from that, I think the matatu sector in Kenya also creates a connection between the African and the African in the diaspora, because what happens is that hip hop artists, for example, you find Ice Cube there, Tupac there, 50 Cent there, Amaya, The Game, Ludacris, all these people, you find all these hip hop artists painted with graffiti on these matatus. There are mini buses that ferry people from different parts of Nairobi, and that is how you do find there's an appreciation. And also, what can I say? When you say there's an appreciation and an invitation of what happens also in the US with Black America with the matatu sector. But of course, Job, you also saying something.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you relating to what he's really saying.
Yes.
I bet you're born and raised in Nairobi.
Yes, not really, but okay.
But you growing up, you've seen the matatus in Nairobi out there.
Yes.
And like when you go to some place like Umenda, Mombasa, you've mentioned of Mombasa.
Yeah.
Like if you see the matatus in Mombasa and Nairobi, they're totally different.
They're not different because matatu, we have the same culture.
Okay, the same culture.
Yeah.
In Mombasa, you can say I saw more of tuk-tuk than the matatu.
There are areas where we have the tuk-tuks mostly, but there are also areas where we have...
When you go to places like Bamburi, Bamburi, those places, the places that Mtwapa, hizo places zenye my investors wenye wamekuwa into so much. Mtwapa, those along the beaches, huko kwenye kumekuwa. Actually, that's why we even joined with Mombasa Matatu, Akina Coast Matatu industry, because we could connect with them through the culture. Also, their culture has pimped matatus and everything.
Wow, I didn't know about that.
It also happens. Akid saying, I don't understand it. Does she drive one of those things? No, she doesn't. She's an event organizer and she has an initiative, which is an event that happens yearly under HAWA Africa, or Hills and Jewels Africa. And this event is actually bound to bring recognition and also motivation and support to stakeholders in the industry. We're bringing together the stakeholders, the drivers, the touts, and everyone else, bringing them together to also address different issues. For example, what is happening, current issues, what is the current issues and challenges in the industry. That is what she does. An event planner. Her event is known as Matatu Is Bae. And there is also other initiatives under HAWA Africa.
Keith is the one who's making me laugh. He's saying that you should say the word bullshit
not
again.
Not a lot of cussing.
I can't use a lot of cussing.
On the network. But anyhow, family, we shall be taking a short music break. When we come back, we shall be getting to understand on the 14th of February what will be happening on the 14th of February. That is what we want to understand. But for now, we get back in the music. And of course, there's also something that I remembered. In 2017, there was another event known as Nganya Awards.
Yes.
And Nganya Awards, I don't know what happened to Nganya Awards. I don't think I think it ended. But anyhow, HAWA Africa and Matatu Is Bae is still them. We shall be playing a jam known as Nganya by the one and only Scam Cardinali. Let me know what you feel about the jam.
Kama gera na brain, nothing to put, ilia vako kwa nganya. Macho ni nyanya, limshafanya, kitu anaweza fanya. Alitujaribu drama, bana kabaki ameweka lawama. Pesa nyang'anywa, bila kudanganya, fursa alipigwa maganya. Masuki na mbata changanya, mateke kushinda visanya. Chunari na hanya, mtoto ni premium brand. Mke mkiki sumu, full silence, jini na sanya. Masuki na mbata changanya, mateke kushinda visanya. Chunari na hanya, mtoto ni premium brand. Mke mkiki sumu, full silence, jini na sanya. Drum, ndani ya manyanga ya 5-8 makanga, nipigwa na hook na tokea science audience na maisia ya kuja kunishikishia bondeka masudani za kutishia na tunadondoka kama tukiishia jeshi mesaya kukula haram neni extortion tetri cautious enter social norina sari nusu kibaki na ile kiangwari mbogi ni nari nusu kibaki kwa kuda kupari little bubble. Nobody they black, no stuff in the streets, they keep deep wild. Jump on the chop, shut on the top, money no talk. Karabe ya cook, kutoka kama locals, dogs, better than most. So I'm gonna stand on the street, kick it down in the chest. Working your head, make your head up. Baka wa leo, kama gera ameweka na wama. Hapo alipandisha cheo, squeeze na kwa makala. Kama gera ni mei, mapi tupu, ili vako kwa manya. Macho ni nyanya, nilimshafanya, kigereza fanya. Alimjaribu drama, pana nikapake na westa wama. Pesa ni nyanya, bila kutanganya, ukosa alipiga mafanya. Masuki na mbata changanya. Mateki kushinda gesanya. Chulani na hanya, mtoto ni premium dranya. Mungu wiki sumu for silence. Chini na sanya, masuki na mbata changanya. Mateki kushinda gesanya. Chulani na hanya, mtoto ni premium dranya. Mungu wiki sumu for silence. Chini na sanya.
Jimika kibaya, satuni ya kuombaga lakini kicks ndanya. Ndanya manyanga, tushakutana, wiki ndanya. Macho ni nyanya, chapa ya jana, hizo pangana za kawa. Makanga ligwaya kaponga na mbanga, hivo ndani ya ndanya. So mwisho ni kwake, nilisema wabebe kwetu. Weni type ya kutema wagamate, ukileta hape kama genge. Ilibidi imepigia mamake, lukidi za pichu, mwonyesha babake. The new run edition kwa market, hivyo ulipata inawasi. Vibe imeweza na gilifili, hali tuliinde wili.
Yes.
It is so funny. But family, we are back on the Express show, and of course we have an amazing guest, and we are discussing about nothing but the matatu culture. Kama naita vizuri. Actually, unajua, I confused with the, I don't know if you know the South African amapiano song which says Labatona ama Uber. Do you know it?
I just heard about it. I don't know who.
So actually I was just researching, because when she came in and mentioned about the matatu culture, I wanted to refer what is matatu called in South Africa, and I was so wrong. I thought it was Labatwana, because it sounds like, you know. I was so wrong, but I wish we had Sepo Simoro to tell us.
So Mr. X, you are in the building. You're saying peace to you too, and also Kil, you're saying hi to Mr. X right there. Today we are talking about the transport industry in Kenya, and we were saying that people need to come together to be able to take the transport sector also to the next level. And we do have one Raquel Wachira, who has an event, an initiative known as HAWA Africa. Also an event known as Matatu Is Bae. She is doing exactly that, bringing together stakeholders in the industry, and of course just getting them motivated and appreciated, as well as also raising awareness, towards the support of women in the transport sector. Because, like I said, apart from the transport sector, you will find women being sidelined, in other different jobs as well, not just in the matatu sector. For example, even if you go in mining, and there's a woman, maybe perhaps who wants to explore, get involved in mining or get involved with other jobs, for example, in Django, they will be saying, no, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. But we do have women in Kenya who have been actively involved in, driving these matatus, in being the conductors for these buses, being, in different capacities, being the cashiers, being, in different capacities. And these women also need to be supported and also appreciated, as well as also the men who are in these different capacities as well. So you have an event which is known as Matatu Is Bae, which is happening on the 14th. Tell us a little bit more about this event and what can people expect from this year's Legacy Edition.
Okay, the Legacy Edition is all about where all stakeholders, Matatu Group admins, all the sponsors and partners since from 2017 we are coming together, and that's why it's the Legacy Edition, because pia mwenye tumekuwa tukifanya initiative nae Matwana Matatu Culture, CEO and founder Brand Graph, ama anaitango nani Graph Matwana, pia kina Mombasa Matatu Gallery, Teflon, Coast Matatu Industry, that is Owen King, akina Zitran Enterprises, matatu za Jogoo Road, matatu za Kiambu, au ndio stakeholders wote wenye wako kwa hiyo nini poster details when you check the poster. And you go out there at Hills and News Africa page. So what to expect on that day, Matatu Is Bae
next Monday,
is that we'll be gracing the streets with red. With roses, carrying roses, and there'll be merchandise from us like t-shirts, and also there'll be refreshments and also water. Yeah, hizo bado ni refreshments. So tutakuwa to give grace each and every stage.
Bus terminal,
each and every stage. Kwanza pale Koja hapo Koja, hiyo ni hapo Old Nation House. So kila stage tunawatembelea, tunawapatia maua. We have photography, videography sessions, and I'll also be gracing with my models, Kings and Queens of the Runway of HAWA Africa, Hills and News Africa, akina Kate, she's a humanitarian. Yeah, she's Miss Humanitarian. So kuna Miss kuna wenye Miss Eastlands, Mr. and Miss Eastlands.
Models ni wengi kabisa.
Models ni wengi watagrace event, watakuja mpigwa picha nao akiwapatianga maua and all these giveaways just to appreciate you for your hustle, for you have been, imagine nyinyi una waking up, you're the earliest people in Kenya to wake up for us so that you can take us to the destinations. And carrying all those lives in the bus. Do you know how many lives you carry?
So many. For example, I think for the minibuses, most of them they are 46, I think 52, and even 60. So they do a lot. They do a whole lot, and they are never even appreciated. So
they're never appreciated, and that's why we chose you on this day. Yes, no, watu wataniuliza, kweli huyu dem hana chali
ama anampeleka ndo maana amekamtaa
kusumbua. No, love ain't cost a thing. Love is unconditional.
Even
ndio iko. I love street love. I love you guys. I love you what you do for. Nyinyi ndio mmekuwa support yangu. Nyinyi ndio mligrow career yangu from when I was nothing. I was just a model. And there was nothing about me so interested, but when I came to your world, that's when I found more support in you.
I know.
I deep because this is love. I'm giving you love. I'm giving them the gratitude, the appreciation for supporting me even in person. Growth.
Naniulize, you have talked about giving us some love and appreciation to the people in the transport industry. Getting them refreshments, some water, flowers, just getting to recognize their effort. For being stakeholders in the industry, the drivers, the touts, the conductors, the graffiti, those people who do the fabricators, and people who do everything else. Sasa niulize, niko na swali tu moja. Watu wa boda just ametajwa mahali. I'm just wondering, we have boda bodas as well. These are people who ride the bikes. I'm just wondering, aren't they getting some love as well? They should be getting some love as well.
They should get some love as well. They're also part of the transport industry. Siati sijai patia hadi moja mawa. Even when you look at most of my portfolio, kuna pictures about boda. I was giving out flowers to them, just to a few, to appreciate them. Even them, they are part of us. Siati sijawa sideline sana. But most importantly, the major people here are the Matatu industry, because they don't usually get that kind of appreciation every day, and everyone is talking. They are always cursing them. They're always saying they are.
I think there is also some rudeness. There's some rudeness that is dealt.
I understand that, but kila industry inakwanga na advantages na disadvantages zake, especially an industry where it has so many advantages. Imagine when a passenger, una expect to driver kupele kwa this. Imagine without a driver how Kenya would be.
Itakuwa ngumu sana.
Itakuwa ngumu sana. Not everyone can drive a personal. Bila conductor, bila watu. This is Kenya, and usikuje kunidanganya ama usikuje kuniambia ati Kenya ati kila mtu ako sawa. Hatuko sawa in wealth and everything. They are all kinds of life, yani all walks of life, rich, poor, middle class, na si kila mtu anaweza afford.
I've actually had so many stereotypes against people in the in the Matatu industry. For example, when you're coming up and you're in school, you're being told, soma kwa nguvu sikuwe makanga, which is a bad thing, because they would tell, there was teachers who told people like that, and there are stereotypes that have been pushed against certain jobs, and you find out, for example, young Kenyans, they are not employed because they have ideas about certain jobs.
Exactly.
You would find, there are many people, for example, kuna watu wanatengeneza pesa mingi sana kwa kawa, ndio? But you're told, young people have been told in school, soma kwa bidii usiende kuosha gari kaosh, soma kwa bidii usiende kufanya this and that, which is now crazy because they are already, even for farming, people who are involved in farming, they are not appreciated. Farmers are really not appreciated. I think I will also start an event where I'm going to give farmers flowers. So farmers are really also not appreciated because you're told that farming is for the people that are not educated, or it's for people who cannot get white collar or blue collar jobs rather. So there are those stereotypes like that, especially towards the Matatu industry. And I think maybe perhaps to an event like this where you go and highlight some of these challenges and also appreciate the people in the Matatu industry, it's also something positive. And there is also a whole lot of rudeness. People deal with the Matatus, especially the touts. They deal with the touts with a whole lot of rudeness. They won't talk back to the to the conductor. You want to go away with their money. There's a whole lot of things. But go back to the music
because I really get what you're saying, and like you appreciate taking that day and you appreciating the Matatu culture. I think hata wao watafeel poa tena sana because I think, as I said, for your period of 1 week, it made me see a lot than, like, despite me just being a passenger, naenda kupanda timat, alafu nilipe tu hivyo na nitoke, and niliona beyond that. Like, this people have to take in a lot of anger. Attitudes. Wengine waitishe pesa, they don't want to give you money, because I faced all of that.
Yes, because mtu mwenye anaangalia phone na waitisha dona hataki hata kukuangalia. Imagine, you have to walk through someone's
there's also that particular period of where kama madam, especially I think for women, they go through a lot when they become conductors, because the same thing Spikes is saying. In Africa, you grow up where you're told, in school, soma kwa bidii, you have to study hard, you don't become a conductor, you don't become a matatu driver and all that. So you find in that particular period when nilikuwa hapo, it's like mtu naomba do lakini anakuangalia like sungesoma vizuri wache kwa makanga.
Which is crazy. It's crazy because but for me, for me, I also think that when you do have these attitudes towards the makanga, sometimes we also do have makangas not behaving well. Kuna wengine, for example, there was sometimes you find makangas doing a whole lot of shenanigans with when you have not gotten to where you wanted to get, now membo shuke. So you have been told mwisho and you haven't even gotten to where you're supposed to go. So they just throw you out of the bus. Some of them are really rude as well. But of course, I will be sharing this particular video for those who have never seen a little bit of the Matatu culture right here. Sometimes they go crazy and it's crazy. But anyhow, we shall go back to the music. When we come back, we shall be hearing a little bit more as we get closer to winding up with the guest for today. She goes with the name Raquel Wachira. And of course, I do see Big T's. Big T's, you're saying that I'm happy when you guys can see there are beautiful African women on the continent, not what white people show you. And also, I do see here, wow, Spectre and Joby, how did you get the beautiful Ari Lennox on the show? Her name is Raquel Wachira, but Ari Lennox was chased out of Ghana, the one that you're telling us of Big T's. But we go back to the music, and when we come back, we shall also be putting you on to the good vibes, and you will be finding out a little bit more about this initiative known as Matatu Is Bae. And of course, it's going down on Monday, 14th February. In case you also do have a question, you can also get to us and find out more from our guest right now. She goes by the name Raquel Wachira. The name of the next jam is Msini Be a Mood. There are some people, who might also
don't kill my vibe,
Be a Mood. This is by the one and only Major. Major is an artist that we all have to hear from. And this jam is also one of the ones that is jamming the most right now in the 254.
I just got laid. We made it concern
nacheza chini juu. Oh please, usiniharibie moyo. Leo nasikia tu fiti, leo sitaki umpite. Oh please, usiniharibie moyo. Ili umesikia kunihusu, usiniambie jo kuhusu. Umeingia WhatsApp, kuna nini WhatsApp? Umeingia WhatsApp, we usitume message ya fala. Leo sitaki kuwa na muda mbaya. Leo nasikia tu raha, message ya fala itashukishia sana. Kwanza vile leo kumenaisa mbaya. Usiniharibie muda. Kwenye nilipeleka mapepa, wamepiga simu wamesema wana haya. So, oh please, usiniharibie moyo. Leo nasikia tu fiti, leo sitaki umpite. Oh please, usiniharibie moyo. Ili umesikia kunihusu, usiniambie jo kuhusu.
Yes, that is Major right there. The name of the song is Usiniharibia Mood, which is Please Don't Kill My Vibe, but that is the Swahili version of it. But we are on the Black Financial Media for the 21st century, and of course today we do have a guest in studio with us talking about the transport sector, and of course bringing together stakeholders through an event which is known as HAWA Africa Matatu Is Bae event going down on February 14th. And I would just like to ask you, for those years, which is one of the most memorable events that you did, maybe perhaps in 2017, 2018, ni gani ambayo ilikuwa most memorable, and maybe why did it stand out for you?
Yeah. Okay, I have so many memorable events.
Yeah.
But Matatu Is Bae is one of them.
Yeah,
because
which edition?
it has been
Yeah.
imekuwa consistent. Hata kukiwa na corona,
Yeah.
tulifanyanga.
Yeah.
And that's because I don't know, it's either because I give back and God anakuanga, grace ya Mungu inakuanga hapo always.
Yeah.
I have never stopped. It has been 6 consistent years. Yenye nilifurahianga ni Mombasa. Yeah, which was, I guess it was on its 4th edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really happy that I came to their county, and for the first time I graced on their ground. So ninajua hata this time walikuwa wameniita.
Ndio.
Wameniita niende nifanye na wao. Yeah, county 001. But this time they said they gonna come for me, pull out for me, bro. But pia lazima nitarudishia gratitude later, because if you have a stakeholder who is coming all the way from coast for you, then you really somebody who is important. You really know what you're doing.
Appreciate kazi unafanya. But niulize, for some other places, now that you mentioned you have done an event in the same transport sector stakeholder events in Mombasa.
Yeah.
Kunazo, I have never been, I do not know of an active Matwana culture in Nakuru or Kisumu. Apart from now Mombasa and Nairobi, what other place would you see yourself going and also putting up an event like that apart from Mombasa and Nairobi?
Nakuru. Kuna Nakuru Matatu Galo, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know about Kisumu. How about Kisumu?
Kisumu, they are still stakeholders, ya nimewasikia, but hawaja come out ile boldly like Nakuru. Nakuru is the next place that I'm gonna land to, because in the place of events, in entertainment, kuna venye mna connect in terms of entertainment, culture and everything. There are destinations who comes out strongly in culture and in entertainment, and Nairobi, Mombasa, Nakuru, hizo ni destinations zenye zina come out very strongly when it comes to entertainment and culture. So uko ndio next
Nakuru. So next wasija
Nakuru tunakuja Nakuru Matatu Galo, naonanga sana kwa IG.
Wateke kwa mtandao.
Yeah. So those are the places. You know, when you talk of Nairobi, Nairobi ni kubwa juu kuna huyo Matwana, kuna matatu za Jogoro, dakina Hell Heaven Investments, kuna matatu za Kitengela, and big up to Extreme. First of all, wali launch nganya tu juzi, Extreme 2. Iko imegojewa sana, and thank you to the sponsor Zitran Enterprises. Wamasa Investment, and Magna. Akina Magna and crew, big up so much.
Magna is you know, the thing is, Magna is the thing is, for me, I would not say I have proper knowledge of the Matatu culture, but the thing is, when it comes to Kenya and how people get to appreciate these matatus, it's sort of, what can I say, it's crazy, it's fanatical. You know, the way people are fanatical about sport. You know, there's someone who is, you know, every time you Manchester, or someone is talking about Arsenal, or someone is talking about this and that. I think in Kenya, we are almost at a level where people are also fanatical like that. You know, now every time you hear them talking about, it's Magna Carta.
No, anaitwa Magna King. He's a matatu blogger.
Ni gani matatu mbili unazaziname ni kani?
Extreme. Yeah, ni matatu za Kitengela na Dusty South. Yeah,
so in African place, it gets to a level where now people are following what is happening with Dusty South, what is happening with Extreme.
There was a time, actually, I remember us in 2015. I used to I used to like follow up every new matatu in the area. Like, you see which one is new, you see which one is competing with which one is making the most, which one carries the most, like you relate. That was
simamangi hadi kwa nini.
At that time kulikuwa na hiyo competition ya mati za Kariobangi, mati za Umoja, mati za wapi. But I can see General Mosquito in the building is saying all he had is Nakuru, nothing else.
Nakuru is a city. It's another city in Kenya. So so in case you don't know what's popping, but I was saying people now have that following where, you know, there is the most say banging bus, and you know, it's on this route, and even people follow to know it has moved from that route now from Rongai to another route to Ngong, and they follow things like that. But of course that is a problem. It's an advantage because, you know, it's creating jobs for young people, and of course even the fabricators.
And those in the industry, unakuta watu wamekuwa matatu bloggers, kama like kina I big up Pride of Embakasi, Makinia family, Moha is mwenye ni matatu blogger na bado ni photographer. Unaona watu wanapata kazi in different ways. You hear like their PR, like their public relations manager to the circle, and they are my youth too. And it's not like they chose, they are mtu ange choose another career differently, but and me I know these people, they are very highly educated, very highly. Wame finish hadi uni, wame fall into transport industry, so don't
really do. They not even some, they are passionate about what they do. A mini bus known as a candy bar, and nasikia ni Ngong squeezy, and you know, there are so many of them that they are treated with respect. The people the drivers of these buses, they also recognized. But
another question. Yes. What would you tell someone, because I believe kuna madem pia wako huko nje. There's so many young girls who maybe also have the same passion, but because of the discrimination of the society, you know, or you have to study the same things by said. Also kwa bidii school hivi ama usifanye hivi, this is not a career. What would you tell someone who also wants to venture into the same?
I would tell them, don't follow on the people's opinions. Don't listen too much what people say. You just listen and observe. Make your own decision. Stand out with your own decision, and go out. Don't just do things for the sake of doing because other people are doing it. Ama usiende na trend ile ati mtu anakuambia ati it's bad or something. Don't listen to, so don't let the society dictate your life. Dictate your life personally. Choose what you want to do. Usifuate nini, stand na msimamo wako. Na mtu akiona umesimama na msimamo wako, na kuambia respect yenye umepatiwa. Mimi nimepatiwa respect. Na mimi siku, it's not bragging. These stakeholders, they know what I do. So ile respect yenye mtu amenipatia ni ile yenye iko hapo. Hata venye anaku approach juu, being you know, you must be consistent and aggressive. See, ati nakuonanga siku kuonanga hii next year tahuko umeishia hivyo.
The problem is consistency, and you have
problem is consistency and aggressive na approach ya watu. Me na approaching anyone, and whether you like it or not, you can bang, you can shut the door on me, but I still knock on your door.
I like the way you are really passionate about.
I don't quit people
about this initiative, and it's really the way to
Women
go.
power.
But even as we getting closer to winding up, maybe perhaps there's a notice, there's an observation I have made. You know, when children are growing up, you know, apart from being told in school not what to study, what not to study, and what to become, there is always an observation I make. I have realized, for example, for children, the conductors really make an impression on children, because when you watch children play, you will hear them trying to sort of copy, and they always play. They always say beba beba. I have never seen kids really pretend. Yeah, you find kids pretending to be teachers or pretending to how to cook. You know, they're doing some cooking, but the conductors really make an impression on children. They are always trying to play, or they are always trying to act like they are the conductors. So you'll hear kids saying beba beba, and then they say they are picking up passengers. So there is an impression, a certain impression that these touts and conductors make on the children. But that is just an observation. So even as we're getting closer to winding up, I would just like to ask you, Raquel, what would your message to other stakeholders and well-wishers and also sponsors that have been supporting you? What would your message to these sponsors and well-wishers and also people that have supported you?
First of all,
wale ambao maybe perhaps another time after you. I know I don't want to put you on a spot because you might not be able to remember to mention all, and some people say, sikukumbuka. You can just give a general message, maybe perhaps.
Okay. First of all, I'm humbled and honored in front of Teflon, Mombasa Matatu Industry, Mombasa Matatu Gallery, and also akina matatu za Jogoo Road, akina Edwin, matatu za Kiambu, and Zitran mwenyewe, the owner. Yeah, I really big up them. Also other Ganyaza Culture Reigns, akina Ardent. Ardent, thank you so much. Yeah, so Matatu Galo here, that's Brandon Marshall. They've been supporting me so much online postings and marketing and advertising it in their group still. So I'm really humbled, and I would ask them we come together on 14th February. Yeah, we do this big, because it's the legacy edition. We are rewriting their stories. I'm rewriting my story too. I'm rewriting their legacy. Ndio walianza nini industry, kukua na hiyo matatu groups nini, ku appreciate culture, the technology that is happening within the transport industry, ku impact youth in a very positive way. They've created so much for transport sector, like to bring out youth employment. Watu wameajiriwa kama sound engineers. I'm not forgetting that. Kuna watu kwa matatu graffiti artists, kuna fabricators, kuna watu wanaweka ma interior nini. Kila mtu ako na kazi yake, mpaka miguu imepata kazi. Si kuwekanga tu miguu. Kuna miguu inakuja hizo machrome, nini akina moha graphics, akina car audio red unit garage, akina solo dances. Big up, man. Thank you so much. Me niko so much honored na humbled. All these stakeholders wenye wamekuja na mimi wamenisimamisha for all those 6 immense good years, the consistency and aggressive, and they push me, they challenge me. Why, Raquel, don't you do this, do that, do this, do that, fikiria beyond your imagination. Thank you so much. Mimi niko humbled sana.
So I think that is a really outer message, a message to all the stakeholders and people that have been supporting HAWA initiative. Even as we wind up, we just want to thank everyone also for being with us on this particular show, as we get to connect and also get to find out more about her. And of course, even as we wind up, maybe perhaps you would also like to maybe message to the people that you would like to come. Wale watu ambao, that was to the stakeholders. Wale watu ambao, the people that you would like to, that you're targeting, would be with you on this particular one. Maybe your message to the supporters as well. And sorry.
Yeah, on Monday.
On Monday. And also, how can people find out more about this initiative?
Okay. If you're a sponsor out there, if you're an investor out there, you're welcome to contact me. In kind, if you can help in kind and partner with me in kind, ile financial to support ya kufanya hizi vitu, nitashukuru sana. Whatever you give out, whatever little you give out, I really appreciate a lot. And you know, we are going the youth, mkuje in peace, vote in peace, do peaceful voting,
na wasikubali kutumika na wanasiasa,
msitumike hivi. Pia nifikiria, mko mkifikiria which leader to choose, which is your best leader, who will go with your own initiative, who has the best interest of your heart. Nani atakusupport na asimame nawe na initiatives zako. Nani ataweka meza, nani ataweka chakula kwa meza kwa nini yako, ili hadi uone kesho, hadi uone future, hadi wajukuu wako waone like what this leader has done.
The thing what happens is with most leaders, politicians make empty promises, and at the end of the day, people get to forget that. But family, we have been on the Rhythm Scoop Show. We have had other guests, Raquel Wachira. She has an initiative known as HAWA Africa, which is Heels and Wheels, and also Matatu Is Bae. As you wind up, maybe Zobi or closing remark.
Me, I want to appreciate you so much for coming through. Manze, I don't know, but somehow you've just lightened up my afternoon, you know, especially giving you the history of what you've been doing. Sima demwengi, not so many young ladies would have the same confidence to do whatever you're doing, especially 6 years. That is a lot. I don't want to say it's a lot, but it's a lot of years to being consistent with whatever you're doing. So many people would have given up on the way because of the negative comments they're getting from people, you know, the society discriminating them or whatever you're doing. But I want to appreciate you so much, and I wish you nothing but the best on this particular project coming on Monday, and for whatever you're looking forward on, in your success. I wish you nothing but the best.
That's what's up.
In addition to that, I wanted to say you can, all the stakeholders, partners and sponsors, you can find me on Facebook. That's at Raquel Wachira. My Facebook page is Hills and Wheels Africa. You'll find projects and initiatives that are consistent for all those years. And also on Instagram at Raquel Wachira and at HAWA Africa. You'll also find my portfolio there. And also on my Twitter handle at Raquel Wachira at HAWA Africa at gmail.com. Na pia contact zangu ziko hapo kwa IG, kwa WhatsApp, kwa Instagram ziko. You'll find me there. You can DM me.
And you can actually just get to contact her to support the initiative if you would like us to get involved with that. And of course, I want to wish you all the best with that. Akida, you're saying a great show. She was a wonderful guest. Much love and success, and I really want to appreciate you as well for giving us this platform. As we wind up, we shall be winding up with this last jam. This is also by the one and only, let me get this right. So this is actually a jam here that we wind up with. But thank you, family, for being with us on the broadcast for today. We truly value and appreciate your support. We hope that you shall also be finding us also on the subsequent episodes of the Rhythm Scoop Show. I was trying to get a video that I shared with the family on the network. And that was a video from one of the events right here in Nairobi. People go crazy over these matatus, and they call them Nganya. Nganya, when you hear the phrase which is Nganya, just know that people are talking about these mini buses that have.
For me, even me, when I'm going to town, come and sing Nganya, me don't.
They do get to people
loud music and all the crazy madness.
And that is a madness. You will find out what that is. But yes, fam, make sure you join us tomorrow on yet another wonderful episode. For now, we shall be winding up with this particular time. Like you said, this has been a until next time, much peace and love. We do say kwaheri. Mami